Hey guys, Megan here with Barn Besties, and guess who I'm with? Kelsey, Nik Knack Ranch, and what have we found ourselves in front of?
So this is our big barn. This is our actual drill pipe welded barn. We've got 9 stalls in this barn, 2 24 by 24 folding stalls, and the rest of them are going to be 16 by 24 fully covered wire
Those
stalls.
are fabulous. And I know it was in a previous video, but I want to share, this is galvanized pipe from Texas.
This is going to be galvanized. All the gates are galvanized. This rusty pipe is all going to be drill pipe. So we ordered a big, huge load and just built everything off of the drill pipe because it'll last forever.
Yeah, and they don't kick it. They don't eat it.
Oh, no.
You don't have any of these problems. I love airflow.
Yes, lots of airflow, especially during the summertime. And, you know, when it does rain, it does get cold, but we don't have to worry so much about, you know, anybody getting wet or anything like that because we've got a full cover.
Well, and you have blankets.
Oh, yeah, everybody gets a blanket.
But also, it only lasts like maybe a week or two for you.
Yeah.
So, like, this is a perfect setup. And I love how it covers all the stalls. It's all connected. They can also socialize, but then you also, so I always call this hog wire.
That's what I call it too.
Thank you.
People call it stud wire.
Okay, stud wire.
Stud wire or welded wire. I call it pig wire or hog wire.
I do too. And it's made for horses is what I learned.
Yes.
I did not know this. And so I was always like, ooh, I don't know if I would ever use that. But then I learned, because of Barn Besties, guys, this is a great option.
It is. It is.
That I never would have thought of before. And it's specifically made for horses. And rarely do you have to repair it.
No, rarely. I mean, you know, we went through a lot of different options of what we should do, especially for these 2 first stalls, because we do full out the mares and the babies are in here. And, you know, we want to make sure that nobody's going to be getting a foot through or getting stuck or anything like that. So, you know, we went through the, you know, conveyor belts and things like that, or, you know, doing wood. And I was like, I don't want to be replacing wood all the time. So we went with the stud wire, and it has been the best option. I love it. It's awesome. So, you know, if I had the chance, everything would be welded wire. Everything would have a hog wire on it.
That's awesome. That is awesome. And so we are in front of a stall, and look at what I have found, guys.
Another latch.
I have found a latch. It's a carabiner with a chain, and I think this is simple and efficient and effective.
It is.
Have you had anyone break out of this?
No, never.
And honestly, this is like Megan proof because I struggle with these. This is why I like the double-ended snap. But look at the horses are not gonna get out.
No,
I love it.
And I had the welder weld the chain to the drill pipe. So that way we weren't losing chains.
Yes. Do you see this, guys? So right here, it's welded. The chain is not going to run away.
No running away chains.
I would have started that way. I'll be honest with you. I would have started that way. So, and then halters on the outside.
Yes.
This is also a blanket.
Yeah, so some of the stalls will have blanket bags on them, especially for when it rains, because, you know, sometimes we're not home when it starts raining. So, you know, we run home, but if the blankets are on the bars, well, they're going to get wet. So we've got, you know, some waterproof blanket bags on a lot of the stalls for the horses that wear blankets, just to make sure that their blankets last also a lot longer.
And you don't want to be drying them all
the time.
No. And do we get to go in and see
We do. We have a suspect here. We have a little suspect. This is our first suspect of the year.
Dinner time.
So this is our first colt of the season. This is Seamus. He is owned by one of our boarders, and he is by my stallion, This Cat's Dashin', and out of a little mare named I'm Skipping Monday.
Aww, look at the bean. He definitely has been socialized.
Oh, yes, very social. He is a very sweet boy, and he loves people. And sometimes we're a little bit of a turd.
I know. He's thinking thoughts.
You're already shedding.
I know. He's like, I don't know about this strange woman in overalls.
You gonna come say hi?
Come here.
Hi,
oh,
sir.
He loves you.
Hi, sir.
It's a stranger danger.
That's not nice. Don't do that. He is a bit naughty.
Well,
Huh? Say because we're a boy and we're red. We're red and we're a boy.
Oh, and he's coming right back.
Oh yeah,
just
he
like
says,
any
I'm
boy.
not scared.
Hi, come here. Like, nah.
Seamus.
Nah.
What's wrong, sir? So I don't think that that's nice. But yeah, so he is the first one of 5 this year. We have 4 more coming.
Wild.
No.
Bean. And so in here, he's on shavings.
Yes, he is on shavings. A lot of people will either full out on shavings or full out on straw.
Mm-hmm.
I full out on shavings. I've never had an issue fulling out on shavings. We just make sure that we put a towel down when they first hop out.
Yep.
So that way when they go to breathe in, they're not breathing in any dust or anything like that.
I always use straw, but I haven't bred horses in 20 years. Maybe even more.
Yeah, and you know, it's a preference too.
Yeah.
Like I have some mares that, you know, they eat the shavings, so they can't have shavings, so we'll put them down on straw. Or you know, just the fact that they are on shavings all the time.
He is a colt. And you have light. You're putting in light. And I think I noticed a camera.
Yes, we have cameras in the breeding stalls.
What is that for?
So that's to kind of make sure, especially like this mare, her due date is today. So she's supposed to be having a baby anytime soon. And if I am, you know, in the house and or at work or out and about, I need to be able to keep an eye on them and make sure that they're okay and not popping out a baby without assistance.
Yeah.
And some of the mares definitely are fine. I have one, she does not want assistance. She does it all by herself and she's cool and good with that. You had to have assistance. Yes, you did. You had to have assistance. So I like to just be able to have the option to watch them, make sure that, you know, there's not going to be any issues. You know, they don't need me to help pull or anything like that.
Yep.
You know, all of us that live on property have that access to that camera just in case one of us isn't home and one of us is.
And how close is the vet?
So our vet, we have a vet hospital right around the corner on 6th Street, which is awesome if there's something super major. We use Dr. Lois Yu and Dr. Hoyme for, you know, just basic stuff. And then I have a repro vet in Paris that I use for all of our breeding collections and shipping semen, stuff like that. But the great thing about, you know, living out here is if one vet is unavailable, you know, that vet's not going to be mad at you going to grab another vet because they're not home.
They're so close. I love it because we are in town.
Yes.
Like, this is amazing to me because we live probably 10 minutes from my vet and we have a great location, but there are other places in the country.
Yes.
They have to wait an hour.
Yes.
So this is fabulous.
It is great. And, you know, we have... if you posted on a Facebook page and a Norco page, hey, I need a vet, 100 people is going to send you 10 different numbers.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah. It's great. It's awesome.
That's awesome. And then for feeding, so hay goes in.
So we have feeders for some of the horses. Some of them we don't.
Yeah.
Like those 2 boys right there, believe it or not, that's Bill.
Really?
That's Bill behind him.
Hi, Bill.
So we have feeders for some of them. Some of them we don't because they either knock them around or itch themselves on it. And then we have some that are just super bestie that are like, yeah, you need a feeder.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we have water buckets for this whole barn.
Big water buckets.
Big water buckets for the whole barn.
And do you tie them or do
some of them are tied, some of them are not.
Depending on the horse.
Depends on the horse. The stud right there, which is this one's dad, he likes to toss his bucket around, so his gets tied up.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, me, talk about me.
Yeah, you. Yeah, I love it. I love how big it is. These are great stalls.
Yes, they're awesome.
Is there anything you would change about your stalls before we...
No, I don't think I would change anything about these stalls. I think just in this barn, I would like to put wire on the whole barn. And not have to worry about anything, Crazy.
And and then I forgot to include, so these are railroad ties.
Railroad ties.
And then how far does the pipe go in the ground?
So those are, I want to say, about 2 to 3 feet sucker rod.
Okay.
So what we did was we drilled holes in the railroad ties on each side.
Gotcha.
Cut some sucker rod.
Yep.
And just threw it down in the ground. So that way, you know, if they ever do go and kick on it or one gets stuck, it's not going to come out the bottom.
Yep.
Which was, you know, the biggest reason I wanted to do what I did with this barn was I didn't want anybody getting stuck or, you know, breaking a leg or, you know, anything like that. So if I could prevent it in any way, I wanted to do that. And the railroad ties with the wire and the pipe was the best way I could get it done feasibly.
And
you
now,
know,
are there mats under the shavings?
No. So
what do you have for footing?
We have a hard compact DG. So what we did is we put DG in the barn and you wet it down and we got a compactor.
Yep.
And we just compacted the whole stall, and then everybody has shavings in their stalls.
Yeah, this is beautiful. There you guys go. Nik Knack Ranch. This is an awesome, awesome option as a stall. I love it. Thank you for sharing this with us.
Of course.
You guys, you know what to do. Like button, make some noise, definitely share, and please subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for coming.